Okay, so we're still in book 6.1b, and now we have to say what types of solutions do we have. So we have always been solving equations that have one solution. Like here, it'll say x equals 3. 3, that's the solution. Okay, sometimes it's x equals 5, and 5 is the solution. Sometimes it's x equals -4, and -4 is the solution. Maybe x equals 0, and 0 is the solution. Okay, so here, when you see something and you think, oh, that looks normal, okay, then you say it's one solution, because that's what we've been normally doing. X equals some number, okay? But sometimes we have no solution. And what does it look like when you solve an equation that has no solution? Well, we haven't done that yet. So these two are new types of equations, okay? So if you solve the equation and you get something that says like this, 3 equals 5. What? No, it doesn't. 3 and 5 are not the same. That's false. So when you see something and your brain goes, that's false, then you know it has no solution, okay? Let's look at this sign. This sign says entrance only. So it means you can go in only. It's a place where you maybe drive your car in. But then down here it says do not enter. Oh, well, it says entrance only and then do not enter. In English, we call that a contradiction. So it says one thing and then it says the opposite thing. So when you have something that makes your brain go, what? That's not true. That's false. It means there's no solution for it. Okay? Now, sometimes you have equations that have many solutions. Well, how many solutions? Infinite number of solutions. Okay, so we have lots and lots and lots and lots of solutions. Okay, what does it look like when we have many solutions? Well, when you solve it and you go, oh, your brain goes, that's true, but it looks weird. Okay, because normally it will say just x equals a number, but here, if we see something that's true, but it looks weird, then we know it's many solutions. So if something is like, ooh, that's weird, but it's false, there's no solutions. Weird but true, many solutions. And if it looks normal, then we know it just has one solution, and that's whatever number we have here. So here the solution is 3. That's the solution. So let's do some examples. Okay. So we're going to do question 1, 2, and 3. Now, when you solve equations, you don't have to always move the letter first, the variable first. But if you do move the variable first, sometimes it makes it easier for you. So for these questions, we're always going to move the variable first. And I always like to move the variable first anyway, because it's just my habit of that's how I do it. So now these ones look easy because they're very small numbers, very few terms, but sometimes they can be a little difficult because the x's disappear and we get lots of weird numbers like 0. So let's do it slowly and carefully. So we cut it to make the left side and right side, and we want our letters on the left, the variables. We want our variables on the left. So who do I move, the x or the 2? He's a letter, he's a variable, he's got to go to the other side. Okay, so he's really a 1x. So I'm going to move him by doing the opposite, minus 1x. And when I move him to the other side, he's got to go with the x guy. He can't go with the 2 because he has an x, this has an x, they are like terms. So I'm going to put minus x with this one. So 1 minus 1 is 0, so that's gone. So now I have 2, and here I have minus 1. I lose 1 and I lose 1, so really I lose 2. So this is I lose 2, and it's an x. This is 0, and then I have, oh, I lose 2. Okay, that's a lot of 2's. We cut it at the equal sign, x is over here, so let's cover this up. We have to get rid of this -2 and the +2. This one's close. Okay, it's like the best friend, so I'll do that last. This one's far, this is like the neighbor, so I'll do this first. Or you go, I want only the terms with the variables on this side. This term does not have a variable, so we're going to move it to the other side. So this is a +2, so I'm going to -2. Now go all the way over to the other side. Don't put it here, because this is the same side. Go to the other side and put it there. I have 2 minus 2, 0. So now I have -2x equals, I lose 2 and I lose 2, so that means I lose 4. So I need to get x by itself, so let's get rid of this -2. I have to do same over same. Oops, it's a negative to make it 1. So here I have the top of the fraction, so now I need to put the bottom on. That's 1. So that's 1x equals -4 divided by -2. Because they're the same sign, it's a positive. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So x equals 2. So I'm going to put in quotations what my brain is thinking. My brain goes, oh, that's normal looking. You don't have to write this down, but it's good to just for your notes. That looks normal. X equals a number. My solution is 2. The answer is 2. So if I just have one number and it looks normal, then I go, oh, there's one solution. Whatever x is equal to, that's the solution. So here my solution is x equals 2. This says solve the equation. We did. How many solutions to the equations are there? There's only one solution, so I must write one solution. Okay, so I have to write this and I have to write this because it says how many solutions? One solution. Okay, so let's do this one. Left side, right side. I'm going to do the variables first, the letters first. I want my letters on the left, so let's move it. Do I move the x or the 3? The x, because he's a variable. He's going to go on the left, so there's really a 1 there, so I go -1x. And I have to put the -1 on the x because they're like terms. So -1x. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So then I have my 3 plus, oh, there's a 1 there. So 1 minus 1. Oh, that's also gone. Okay. And then I have my 3. I'm going to put in quotations what my brain is thinking. I go, that's weird, but it's true. Okay, so if something is true, it's going to have a solution. Okay. If it's true, but it looking weird, it has many solutions. So how many solutions does it have? Many solutions. Okay. Because it's true, because 3 is equal to 3. Let's look at the next one. We cut it at the equal sign to make the left side and the right side. We want our letters on the left, the variables. Okay, so this variable is on the wrong side. We need to move them over to the left. So that's really a 1 in front. So let's do the opposite, -1x. And I have to put the -1x over on the left side on the x because it's a like term. He doesn't have an x, so it can't go with him. So I have to put it here, -1x. 1 minus 1 is gone because it's 0. Oh, there's a 1 here. 1 minus 1x, that's 0 as well. So my x's are all gone. So now I have 5 equals a -3. Oh, that's weird. That's weird, and my brain says that's not true, that's false. And if something is false, that's like a negative. Okay, a bad thing. Negative, bad. So how many solutions does this have? When it's false, it's something negative, it's something bad, it's no solution. So you have to remember the false goes with no. Okay? So how many solutions does this have? no solutions. Okay, whenever you have a negative here, it's a negative here as well. So let's do the next 3 questions. I'm just going to write this down here so I can see it better. Okay, so let's cut it at the equal sign to make the left and the right. I've got x's. So we want our letters on the left, so I'm going to move this one over here. Okay, so the opposite will be negative 2x. Because he has an x and he has an x, they have to go together. I have to write it here, not on the 5, because the x and the x go together because they're like terms. So 2 minus 2 is 0. So on this side I have 0. 3x minus 2x, 3 minus 2 equals 1. So that's 1x minus 5. Okay, so now I have to get rid of the 5 because the x wants to be alone. So let's do the opposite. So that's, I lose 5, so plus 5 plus 5. 5 minus 5 is 0, so he's gone now. So I have 1x equals 0 plus 5 is 5. So x equals 5. Does that look normal? Yeah, my brain says that's normal. I have an x equaling a number. That's what we've been doing for 2 weeks. X equals a number. So how many solutions does it have? 1 solution, because whatever x is equal to, that's the solution. So we have 1 solution here, and the solution is 5. So I have to write how many solutions? 1 solution. Okay, let's look at the next question. Cut it at the equal sign to have a left side and the right side. Ooh, there is 3 terms on this side. So let's see if we can put something together to make it more simple before we solve the equation. 6y, y. These have y's, so these are like terms. So this is 6, and I lose 1 because there's a 1 there. So 6 minus 1 is 5. So those 2 together make 5y, and then I lose 8. Can I put these together? No, because he has a y and he does not have a y, so I just copy it out the same. Okay, so let's move our y's. If we want our letters on the left, the variables on the left, he's got to go over there. So let's move him. So he's plus 5, so I go minus 5y. I go to the other side to find the other y. He's got to go with that y. So minus 5y. 5 minus 5 is 0. Oh, 5 minus 5 is 0 as well. My y's are gone. When I have 0y, I don't write 0y. I just write nothing. I can write 0. It's not there. So I just have a minus 8 equals minus 8. That looks weird. Okay, so that looks weird, but it's true because negative 8 is equal to 8. So my brain goes, it's weird, but it's true. So if it's true, it means yes, we have a solution. But how many solutions are there? When it's true, we have many solutions. Okay. So here, how many solutions? Many solutions. Okay. Let's do 6. Well, I have brackets, so BEDMAS says I have to do inside the brackets first. So let's look. Can I do x plus 1? No, because the 1 doesn't have an x. Okay, so no brackets. Exponents, no. Divide and multiply, I don't see any. But here there's a multiply. Okay, so I have to go 2 multiplied everything in the bracket. So I'm going to distribute the 2 to everything in the bracket. So that's really 2 times x and 2 times positive 1. So that's 2x. 2 times 1 is 2. And then, can I put these together? No, this doesn't have an x, so they're not like terms. So I have to go 2x plus 1, cut it to make the left side and the right side. If I want all my letters on the left, my variables on the left, who has to move? He's got to go over there. So let's move him. He's positive, so let's make him negative 2x. And I have to put the negative 2x on the x because they're like X-Men. They go together. So minus 2x. 2 minus 2 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. So now that's gone, that's gone. I'm left with 2 equals 1. My brain goes, what? That's weird. That's false. That's not true. 2 is not equal to 1. So whenever we have something that's false, that's negative, that's bad, you can think of when it's false, it means no solution. So how many solutions do I have? I have no solutions. So false goes with no. These are both negatives. They go together. Okay, let's go to the next page. We'll do some more. Which ones shall we do? Let's do 10. Let's do 10 because it looks kind of messy. So we're going to cut it at the equal sign. Ooh, there's 3 terms on the left. Maybe we can put something together to make it more simple. Okay, we can. Look, the n and the n. These are like terms. So I can put these 2 together. 4 minus 2 is 2. So that's 2n. I didn't use the 6. I can't put these together inside the brackets, but this is a multiply here. So I can distribute the 2 to the n and the 3. So that's 2 times n. That's 2n. And 2 times positive 3 is a positive 6. Okay. So now cut it into the left and the right. I want my letters on the left, my variables on the left. So this one has to go over here. Okay, so let's move this one. So he's a positive, so I'm going to go minus 2n, minus 2n. It's gone here as well. Look, 2 minus 2 is gone. So now I just have 6 equals 6. That looks weird, but is it true or false? It's true because 6 is equal to 6, so my brain goes, well, it's weird, but it's true. Okay, so if something is true, it means that yes, it has a solution, but it's not the normal thing where we have one solution. This is where I have many solutions. Okay, let's look at number 11. No, let's not do 11. Let's do 14. So we cut it at the equal sign to make the left and the right. Can I put these together? No. This I can't do inside the brackets because this doesn't have an x. They're not like terms. So this is a multiply here. So I have to distribute the 7 to everything in the brackets. So 7 times x and 7 times 5. So let's write it out. Negative 7 times x is negative 7x. Negative 7 times negative 5. Negative 7 times negative 5. That's going to be a positive 35. And then I just copy this same. Okay, so I cut it at the equal sign, left. Letters on the left. So that means this one's on the wrong side. So let's move him over. So we have to do opposite. Minus 7 plus 7. So this has an x, this has an x. So I'm going to put it with this term because they're like terms. So 7 minus 7 is 0. Oh, 7 minus 7 is 0. And then I get 36 equals 35. That's weird. No, it's not. 36 is not equal to 35. When I have an equal sign and it's not equal, I put a little line through it, and that says not equal. So 36 is not equal to 35. That's false. So when I have something that's not true, it's false, it means there's no solutions. No solution. Okay. All right.